The Indiana Fever's handling of Caitlin Clark's recent injury situation remains one of the most talked about stories in the WNBA, and now ESPN analyst and two-time WNBA All-Star Chiney Ogwumike has weighed in on the growing debate. The controversy began after Clark missed a game due to a back injury, creating confusion among fans, media members, and even some league observers. Because Clark is the biggest star in women's basketball and one of the most recognizable athletes in sports today, any update regarding her health immediately becomes headline news. Questions intensified when Clark's game status remained uncertain until shortly before tip-off. Many fans who had purchased tickets specifically to watch the Fever superstar were left frustrated, leading to criticism of how the organization communicated her availability. The situation became even more complicated when Indiana was reportedly scrutinized for issues related to league injury reporting procedures, adding another layer to an already controversial story. Over the past week, Fever head coach Stephanie White addressed Clark's injury status several times in media appearances and press conferences. White explained that Clark may continue to appear on injury reports as probable moving forward as the team carefully manages her health throughout a demanding season. However, during a recent appearance discussing WNBA storylines, Chiney Ogwumike suggested that the biggest issue may not have been the injury itself, but rather the amount of explanation surrounding it. "I think sometimes when too much side explanation goes on, people start wondering what's really going on," Ogwumike said. "We're reading into the injury reports. We're reading into the words of the coach. Then when the messaging isn't completely consistent, it creates confusion." While Ogwumike made it clear that she has largely moved on from the controversy, her comments drew attention because they appeared to acknowledge the communication challenges that surrounded the situation. Rather than focusing on Clark's injury, the conversation quickly shifted toward how information was being presented to the public. The debate highlights a unique challenge facing the Indiana Fever. No player in the WNBA currently generates more attention than Caitlin Clark. Since entering the league, Clark has helped drive record-breaking television ratings, sold-out arenas, increased merchandise sales, and unprecedented social media engagement. Every update involving her availability becomes a national story, creating pressure on the organization to provide clear and accurate information. For many fans, transparency is especially important because Clark's presence can significantly impact ticket demand and viewership. Thousands of supporters travel long distances and spend significant money hoping to watch her play. As a result, even routine injury updates receive intense scrutiny. Despite the off-court noise, Indiana remains focused on basketball. The Fever continue working toward their playoff goals while carefully monitoring Clark's health and workload. The organization believes managing its franchise star throughout the long season is critical to long-term success. Still, Ogwumike's comments have reignited discussion about how teams communicate injury information in today's media landscape. With Caitlin Clark at the center of the WNBA's spotlight, every decision, every update, and every public statement is likely to be analyzed more closely than ever before. As the season continues, all eyes will remain on Clark, the Fever, and how the organization handles future injury updates involving the league's biggest attraction.